Canade! Canade! What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. I'm still hammering these out, landmine cleans. I want to get better at them. I feel like they can be a great exercise with a lot of application. I just feel like I gotta study more Landmine University videos. They are basically the authority when it comes to this shit. So I just gotta study more. I don't think it's a strength thing. It's just a coordination and technique thing. So if anyone can maybe tag me in their videos, maybe they could take a look. Pretty please. But this is just a warm up to get my body thinking, fast. You have a fast pull, you have fast lower body, fast push right there, which would be these plyo push-ups. Like, I feel like my form is getting better on these. I just don't feel, I feel like the progress is super slow, and maybe that's just me having unrealistic expectations, but I don't know. I feel like I'm doing these enough that I should get a bit more weight on the bar. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too hard on myself. I'm feeling the effectiveness of the exercises, no doubt, but I just feel like I could probably do more weight with just regular cleans with better form. So I'm not understanding why the form is taking so long to get, although it is a very foreign movement to me. So, practice makes perfect. Just get the reps in and time will solve itself. Sorry, it will solve itself with time. Then moving into the meat, that would have been an example of speed strength, so more velocity. This is going to be more strength speed. So it's going to move a tad bit slower, but we're still working on speed here. So 6 sets of 3, 150 pounds with the doubled reds. I like incline for dynamic effort work. It simulates a push. Think about football, think about I guess combat sports, anything where you have to push. Normally your body is a little bit forward. You are not standing straight up and pushing like a flat bench press. So I'm not saying you totally get rid of flat benching for dynamic work, but what I am saying is you don't always have to do a flat variation. I think a lot of people get confused with that. Why did Westside Barbell and most powerlifters constantly do flat benching? Because that's what they practice. They practice how they play. Okay. I've seen Westside Barbell vlogs where they do incline stuff. They even do shoulder work for speed, dumbbell work. You're only limited by your imagination and what your goals are at the time. So then after I was on the 6 sets of 3, I worked up. I did 185 and 195. You'll find something like that in my ebook. It tells you how to properly program it for yourself. Get a copy if you want to know and learn more about my conjugate methods, specifically for strength. Landmine pressing, here's just the first and final warm-up set. Just use some lightweight just to get your muscles in groove. Lighter weight, get them warm for the movement in a very specific fashion. So I want to do heavier landmine press. So how do I warm up? With 1 to 2 sets of very, very light landmine pressing. Landmine pressing, I have a video I made years ago. It's very underrated when it comes to just shoulders and arm building, stuff like that, just because it's a totally unique angle. And I bounce back and forth with the landmine press, doing chest supported rows with the kettlebells. I'm going to start doing them with dumbbells. It's not that the kettlebells are bad, it's just that 80 pounds is the heaviest kettlebells that I have. Of a matching pair. I can go heavier, but I think dumbbells and even maybe an easy curl bar will suit my needs, because a chest supported row is a chest supported row. I'm not going to be all picky about the grip and the grip width and where I'm pulling to, whether it's my chest or my belly button. Like, I'm not going to worry about that stuff. Now here's my top set of landmine pressing, 85 pounds for 15 reps each arm. I want to be able to do 3 plates on this, maybe just for like 3 or 4 reps. I think that'd be pretty cool. You don't see too many people doing that, or I don't see too many people doing that. And I feel like it would carry over to all pushing strength, to be honest. I like how the weight moves in a bit of an arc. Like I said, it's a very unique pressing exercise. Don't make it your only pressing exercise, but don't neglect it. it should make an appearance in your training program at least during like 6 weeks out of the year. Look at those lats. Chest supported rows and just barbell rows have really exploded my lats lately. It's all about knowing how to pull. Notice how I'm not pulling up in a straight line, I'm pulling like towards my belly button. That's gonna give you more lat emphasis. Now, people make a mistake sometimes where they make all their rowing movements into lat exercises and then have the upper back and traps of a 12-year-old. Don't do that. But if you're missing lats and your lats feel very weak and look very underdeveloped, then what I would say to you is to row like that. Then I did 5 sets of 12 to 15 with rolling tricep extensions. This is a very good movement. I think next week I'm going to swap them out because I have done them for a while, but I'm going to do 5 sets of 8 next week with a heavier weight just to really challenge the triceps. And then who knows, after I do 5 sets of 8, I may want to pack on more weight and go from there. So this has been a mainstay of my workouts the last little bit. 100 reps push downs, 100 reps curls. It doesn't need to be both. It could be one or the other, depending on how much emphasis you put on those muscles in other exercises. But I find it's great to train biceps and triceps at the exact same time. And especially with these bands, you're just getting a lot of blood in there. It's good for the tendons, good for muscle growth. It's just good. The curls to me are harder. It must have to do something with the resistance curve of how the actual curls are performed. As you can see, it's like slightly inclined back, whereas the tricep push downs, it's straight down. So maybe if I stood closer to the rack, it'd be a little easier, but I don't want it to be easier. I want 100 good quality contractions of my biceps. Now, I don't do these slow and controlled. I'm just firing them out. I'm sure you can tell, even though this clip is sped up, that my form is changing along the way. And then just to finish off, 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps of kettlebell raises. This is really good for shoulder stability, but you're also going to feel a burn in the muscles. So it's not like this is only for shoulder stability. It's basically a, it's basically a lateral raise with many other benefits. So I'm not a big fan of lateral raises, I'll be perfectly honest. I've always felt them in my forearm, in my trap, or whatever, and I feel these exercises in that area as well, but I feel it way more in my side and front delts, and I feel activation in my upper back. So these destroy lateral raises in my opinion. There's the breakdown of my workout. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and as always, have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.